Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In this video, I want to talk to you a bit about SUI, which has gotten a lot of attention over the last couple months. It used to be sort of talked about as a VC coin, but as everyone has been focused on who is going to be the next L1 narrative winner to join Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol at the top of the food chain. Many people have looked at SUI, especially given its sort of very fast sort of finality, the fast transaction speeds. So because of that, there's been a lot of interest around how we can farm airdrops here. As we've talked about in the past, it's all about finding friction. Now, just so you guys know, this is an offshoot of a video that I've already created for the Web3 Secret Society about a month ago, when I showed them how to get onboarded into other L1 chains. But I've also got some new stuff here that they're going to get as well as part of this video. So happy to share all of this. Make sure, if you haven't already, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel because it really helps me out. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing here is financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube. While you're at it, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Check my EVM wallet out on the bank. And if you want extra coaching, guidance, and support, if you want to join the Web3 Secret Society and learn sort of how to maximize your bag for the bull run, or schedule a private video call, links to everything for that and what I'm going to share with you are in the description below. Now, the SUI token has been on quite the upswing since the middle of the summer, being as low as 53 cents. A couple weeks ago, it was actually at $2.34. Since then, it's seen somewhat of a retracement, but this has been a very explosive coin, to say the least, and it's got a ton of attention. Now, I do want to mention, as with everything, there are always some downside risks that you have to look after. This is crypto rank. Here you can see SUI vesting. You see here that there are some unlocks happening. They are very small. This is not like Celestia, where we're going to effectively double our circulating supply on October 30th. In this case, we're adding 2.96% of our market cap every month going forward. You can see that happening throughout. It's around 2.96. It goes down to 2% at some points, but it's not big enough that we need to worry, especially in the bull run. So if you want to get started, my recommendation, by the way, guys, is to set up the SUI wallet. The SUI wallet is the official wallet, the one that I recommend. There are a bunch of other wallets out there. Many people, if you're talking about SUI airdrops, they'll tell you to download this wallet and that wallet. There's like so many of them. Every single one of them can have an airdrop potential, but just like we've seen in the EVM space, like Rabby wallet still hasn't done the airdrop, they're collecting points. We're looking at MetaMask, which hasn't done it. So you can speculate for sure, but guys, you know how I am. The literal thing you guys have to remember always is you can't do everything. If you sit there trying to farm things, it's going to get impossible. What I want to do in this video, I don't want to go insane. Guys, I'm sure there are so many more SUI airdrop potentials than what I'm going to share with you, but I'm going to go through the simple way. If you want to overcomplicate it, go for it. I just tell you that you're likely going to get burnt out and likely going to get frustrated when they don't pay out. This is why my method tends to work. This is why a lot of people end up quitting airdrops, because they just do too much. Guys, don't be extra. Let's do the basic stuff. Let's talk about the strategy. And from that, I think we can get going. So to talk about the strategy for SUI, the number one thing is I'm holding SUI because I believe the SUI appreciation is going to be gigantic. Will SUI be the next up-and-coming winning L1? We don't know, but it doesn't have to be. All that has to happen is the narrative has to be out there. And the narrative for that is very strong right now. Because of this, holding the SUI token will likely lead to a ton of appreciation. What I plan to do with this is capitalize on holding my SUI tokens while maximizing my chance for getting airdrops. This will help me pay for other things that I want to do while holding onto a token that I'm bullish on. Remember, guys, we don't need the reality to come true. We just need the narrative and the perception, and that will help the token rise, especially throughout this bull run. So step one here is getting a SUI wallet. Step two is getting the SUI token. Obviously, you have to be bullish. Remember, nothing I say here is financial advice. If you want to bridge to SUI, they have a native bridge, bridge.sui.io. From Ethereum, you can directly go from ETH to SUI and send things over. Personally, as you guys know, I do not like Ethereum-based bridges. I just don't like them. They're very costly. And my favorite service to sort of onboard onto other chains, the best service in my opinion so far that I've seen for this, is RocketX Exchange. You can literally send tokens from other chains. In this case, you can send it from Solana to SUI. And you see here, it cost me like $3. I send 3 Sol, I can pick SUI over here. I can pick SUI. I can go literally from any chain to any chain, basically. In this case, I lose $3. Who cares? I put my SUI mainnet address, which I will get after I install the wallet, and boom, I'm good to go. You can see here there are multiple different options. There's there's the RocketX partner, like sort of you see here all the ones that they have right here, and you can pick whichever one you want. All you got to do is send the tokens to the wallet they tell you to when you sort of connect and do the process, and then it will send it to the SUI mainnet address you put in. You can use this for literally everything, guys. If you haven't signed up for this, I think it's such a great tool that you should be utilizing in this bull run. It's going to save you so much hassle, so much time wasted will be gone because of this. Now, when we look at SUI and we want to explore the benefits of Web3 with the ease of Web2, remember, Aptos and SUI were sort of built together by Facebook, sort of kind of came apart, and SUI is sort of, like, we'll talk about Aptos in another video, but SUI has a lot of bullish momentum. One thing you might have remembered me talking about was this SUI Play gaming system. Now, the reason I talked about this, I want to make this very clear before somebody goes out and buys this. When we look at like the Solana chapter 1 to chapter 2, like the Saga Mobile, whatever, all of these technological tools, right? You get a physical tool. I even got the Kudus wellness ring. You get NFTs that are worth 0.8 Sol now, right? So the idea behind getting these devices is the airdrops and the benefits from having it will sort of pay these things off. One thing I want to make sure it's very clear to you is there are different levels to the rewards. I got the SUI X Play a while ago actually. And basically when I ordered it, I got a mythic NFT that's soul bound to my Playtron account. Because of that, my rewards for this are going to be much better than somebody who gets it today. So guys, I'm not saying not to get this, but just be aware that you may not get as great rewards as those who got it much earlier. Will be interesting. There is a complete FAQ on this. This website is not that great. You can order up to 10 devices. They ship to pretty much every country except for just a few of them. Make sure you read the FAQ, and then sort of like what sort of games and marketplaces. Well, it's going to be playing games from multiple marketplaces. Details coming soon. Still interesting. Obviously, guys, you got to make a decision. Now, big reason why I want to make this video is they just had a massive airdrop for those who were in the SUI ecosystem earlier. This is something that I was slacking on for quite a bit of time. And this is the deep airdrop. Think about Jito in the Solana ecosystem. That airdrop happened. People didn't expect it. People came across. This is pretty much a very similar thing. In fact, the deep tokens value has absolutely multiplied since the airdrop. It went up about 4 to 5x at the high point. It went up like 6x at the high point. It's still around 4 to 5x right now. But there are some people out there who've got some incredible airdrops right now, $2,500 for literally doing nothing. If you want, I didn't qualify for it, but if you want to check, I put the link in the description below. See if you've qualified. They would have sent you an NFT, and that NFT will be redeemable for those tokens. Goal here going forward, though, is to make sure that we're qualified. And the way to do that is, number one, remember, it goes back to our ultimate goal. Goal one, holding onto SUI token for the price appreciation during the bull run. I will not compromise on this. So the beauty about the SUI ecosystem is you actually can unstake your tokens within 24 hours. We're so used to the IBC ecosystem where you wait 3 weeks, right? Here it's 1 day, so your funds really aren't stuck. This is an incredible change, one that actually turns hard staking almost into liquid staking. So the goal here now is to make sure, because we have that flexibility, we should not have SUI tokens doing nothing. Our SUI tokens need to be in DeFi, in my opinion, obviously, not financial advice. So we hard stake and we liquid stake and we use in DeFi. And then we max our chances of getting airdrops without risking our ability to take profits when the time comes. So to find out where you want to stake, you go and check out view all validators. There are some mistakes on the website, so I'll just link you to the list of validators. Here you can see sort of the biggest ones and the commissions that they charge you. There are some benefits from choosing a couple of them. I don't want to go through all of them. I know some people like Everstake, Ahoy Validator, there's SUI Lend, which I'm with this Cosmos Station. Just don't go with the highest validators as usual, and make sure you are paying some commissions. Otherwise, you have a chance of not getting any airdrops. Remember, also don't go with any centralized exchanges because they like to hoard all of it. Now, if you're wondering exactly how to stake, you have to go into your SUI wallet. But I actually found a really good guide, the ultimate SUI staking guide, regardless of which wallet you're looking at. SUI wallet, Martian wallet, SUET, Ethos. Like I said, there's so many wallets for SUI. But basically, it shows you here, it's the SUI wallet. Once you set it up, by the way, I like SUI wallet because you can set up your ledger. You can literally use the same ledger you use for your EVM. Then once you sort of created your wallet, you can then literally click the stake button, find the validator you want, pick the amount that you want to stake, and boom, you stake, and the staking rewards start in maybe less than 24 hours. And then you can unstake very similarly. You just click on you're currently staked, you click on sort of what you're doing, and you click the unstake button. And like I said, it takes about 24 hours to do that. So links to this entire guide are in the description below. I know people always want to know how to do it. Now that you guys know how to hard stake, which is step 2 of the process, right? Step 1, get SUI, put SUI on your wallet, and make sure that we're going to accumulate SUI for the bull run. Step 2, let's stake it. So step 2A, hard staking. I just showed you how to do it. Liquid staking, there are 2 good ways to do it. So Hadal, which is one of 2 liquid staking protocols, all you got to do is go to the website, hadal.stake. You type in the amount of SUI you want to stake. You click the stake button and you receive HA SUI. Basically, it's very similar to EtherFi's Ethereum. Basically, it holds the rewards in the token. So the ratio of HaSUI to SUI is going to keep increasing as the yield is incorporated in there. It's around a yield of 3%. Okay. Now, if you wanted to go and put that into DeFi, you click the DeFi tab, and you can literally go to Cetus. You can literally go to Turbos, FlowX, Navi, Scallop, Mole. There's so many protocols, and you can actually use your HaSUI. I'm going to share with you in a second exactly what I'm doing, but let's get to the other token, which is vSUI or Volo SUI. Much like HaSUI, you go into here, you liquid stake, you put in the amount you want. Let's put 200. We hit the stake button, and then we get a smaller amount of vSUI because once again, the ratio of vSUI to SUI is greater than 1. So that will continue to get bigger as the APY is included. I hope this is making a lot of sense to you guys. Okay, so now we've done step 2. Step 1, accumulate SUI in our SUI wallet. Step 2, hard stake and liquid stake. So now we've got some some of our SUI with those validators. We now have Hadal SUI. Let's go back to this button. So we got Hadal SUI and we got Volo SUI. This covers your staking. Okay. The next step, which is optional, step 3, is let's now use it into DeFi protocols. I say this is very important because I was reviewing the SUI Airdrop, and this is exactly how they also rewarded. So I think this will really give you coverage, and you're not giving anything up because at the end of the day, you're gaining APY, you're adding to your bag. But at the same time, remember, our ultimate goal here is to hold SUI for the bull run and capitalize on this narrative for L1s. And SUI is one of the top contenders right now. So if you go to the Volo ecosystem, which is found at the base website for Volo SUI, you see all of these SUI applications that can use liquid Volo SUI. In fact, they can also, for most of them, use HaSUI as well. My favorite and the one that I would recommend, number 1, is Kria. Kria is the number 1 DEX in the SUI ecosystem. I mean, there's a couple, like there's Turbos, but I like Kria. If you click on their airdrop, they will say there is no enlightenment without patience. Kind of gives me a little bit of PTSD now because, you know, Scroll said something like, something about happiness is low expectations, and they weren't kidding when they said that. But if you are doing anything in SUI ecosystem, I would use their trade functionality. I would use this DEX to make trades. You can use limit orders as well if you'd like. As you guys know, I like limit orders, but you can do your swaps here as well. You know, pick your tokens, do whatever you got to do. And then the other thing I would do as well, so let's say we've done some swaps, we've done some limit swaps. Remember, guys, the idea here is you don't just sit here and spam a bunch of crap transactions. Use it when you actually need to. So have this page bookmarked for SUI. So if you ever need to do a transaction where you're trading something, you do it this way. Okay. Then you go to liquidity and you can actually have some pools you can enter into. The pools that I really like are pools where I do not risk my SUI token. So I don't want to do SUI USD. Why? Because as the price of SUI increases, it's going to sell my SUI off to get USD. Okay. So the one I like is VSUI SUI. And what you do here is you come in here and you can add your capital. And when you do that, right, what happens is you're earning some APR, but you're also going to help your portfolio out as well. So let me just make sure we're over here. So you can see here, I've got the VSUI SUI. And I got like $1,000 in there kind of right now. But the beauty about this is I'm farming Kria Finance through this. I do not compromise my SUI position at all. And I'm using this DEX, much like I use Jupiter on Solana. I use Kria on SUI. The next one is Navi. Navi is a lending market. You know, not a high priority, but all you got to do is you can go here, you can supply some SUI, some HaSUI, some VSUI, and other tokens. You guys should already know that I don't believe in holding stable coins during the bull run unless it's a very temporary for dip thing. So you can go in here and supply SUI, supply HaSUI, supply VSUI. So far, I've supplied HaSUI and VSUI. Whatever you guys want to do, up to you. You have Cetus as well. On Cetus, you have a bunch of different pools you can use. Once again, you got the VSUI SUI, which is what I'd recommend for you guys if you're interested. Obviously, you can use other pools. Remember, for me, it's all about not losing any of my SUI tokens. You can also do the HaSUI SUI as well. And this is probably the best 2 pools here. HaSUI SUI and VSUI SUI. Where did it just go? There it goes. VSUI SUI. And the reason I like these is, once again, you don't lose your SUI token. Then you have Turbo Finance, which is another protocol on DeFi. You go to the Earn button. You can see here we have so many different pools. You go HaSUI SUI, and I think that is VSUI here as well. I can't remember, but always look for the ones with SUI token sort of staying the same. Like I said, guys, if you want to choose to, complicate and potentially lose your SUI token, because it's right here, SUI, go for it. I just don't want to give up any SUI token, and that is sort of the bulk of why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Finally, there's one other airdrop potential with Typus Finance. You have to sign up for the airdrop before you do that, and that will help you earn points. And then you go in here and you can sort of bet on SUI being bullish, etc. Bear bullish or bearish. I'm going to bet bullish if I'm doing it, and you can sort of deposit this way. I haven't really gotten into this one yet because, once again, I don't think it's a big priority. The big priority is number one, making sure that you stake SUI token, because you can unstake within 24 hours, making sure you have some SUI, making sure you have some Volo SUI. And then if you can only do one of these DeFi things, I'd say Korea Finance is the most important one. And then you can play around with the others if you want and get some exposure as well. I hope that makes a lot of sense. So, guys, this is sort of my recommendation. Remember, not financial advice. I'm sure there's so many other potential airdrops in the SUI ecosystem, but this is how I plan on farming it, because my ultimate goal here is to make sure that I don't compromise the amount of SUI that I'm accumulating. And Steven Moldona asked a good question. How about SUI Lend? SUI Lend is very similar to Navi as well, so you can definitely do that as well if you'd like to. Once again, there's just so many ecosystem protocols. I'm just sharing with you some of the ones I like. SUI Lend is good too. But like I said, guys, the most important thing is you accumulate SUI and you stake SUI both, hard stake with validators and liquid stake, and then play around in DeFi as you want, Korea being the biggest potential one, in my opinion, okay? So that's where I would go. I do see somebody asking if you can only pick either Sol or SUI. One thing I would say here is I'd say Sol is probably going to get you less gains because there's more friction. Less friction, because everyone knows how to farm airdrops on Sol. Less people are in SUI, so you'll probably have a way better opportunity. That being said, I have a way bigger Sol position. It's really up to you. I would try to have both. I know that's hard to do. Thank you, DB. Glad you guys got that info. And I see here minimum SUI for the staking. Honestly, the minimum I'd say is based on what you can afford to do. I would, if you had unlimited capital across like a bunch of wallets, I'd say try to do at least 500 SUI in each. 500 SUI in your staking. So where is it? Right here. So like 500 for your staking if you can do it. Obviously more is better. One thing you should not be doing, guys, one thing I will tell you guys is there is no minimum, there's no maximum, right? Because I see Ramsey asked the question. There is no maximum and no minimum SUI to sort of do this. Just do what you can. And remember, guys, do not water yourself down. This is why I don't want to give you everything. I know if I was to make a SUI video on every protocol, I'd be here for 3 hours. I don't want to do that. What is very clear for you guys is it's so important to, number one, get as much SUI as you can, and then utilize all that SUI in both hard staking to validators and native and sort of liquid staking, because you can get the SUI back within 24 hours. This is why I'm doing it this way. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice, but that is the approach I'm taking. I'm not leaving any SUI in my wallet to just chill. Why? Because there's no point in doing that. I would do that if I had to wait 3 weeks to unstake, but because I don't, I'm going to leave like trace amounts of SUI so I can do transactions, but I want to do it this way. I don't know what this question is. Boaz, does SUI confirm the airdrop or is the protocol? Well, remember, the way these airdrops work is they look to reward, like the protocols like Deep will say, okay, well, we want to reward people who are supporting the ecosystem, and they're the ones who do it. SUI may have an airdrop. I don't really think they will. I think a lot of the protocols will have them, and new protocols that build on SUI will also do it the same way. That is my opinion. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, share the video if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.